Hey Astros fans, welcome to today's edition of Extra Innings, the Astros Fans UK next day recap on Astros ball games. Game 87, Astros 6, Rockies 7. Let's get right into the big talking points from a disappointing and avoidable loss in the series finale with 3 up, 3 down. 3 up. Leading off, Cam Smith. His rookie season is truly beginning to catch fire. This time Smith not only picked up 3 more hits but also drove in 3 runs with a go-ahead RBI in the first and then a huge clutch game-tying 2 RBI triple in the 7th, which should have been the back-breaking moment of this game but sadly didn't end up that way. Smith has a wisdom beyond his years at the plate, and despite still learning in right field, he's put in a heck of a shift there so far this season as well. His Rookie of the Year case is really gathering steam, and the big task for the Astros coaching staff now is to make sure he doesn't burn out in the second half of the season, having never played this much baseball before. Up second, Paredes. He drove in a go-ahead RBI double in the second as part of a 2-hit game, plus also kept up his incredibly high standard at third base with more plays which he made look much easier than they actually were. Up third, Jose Altuve. The little boss also had a 2-hit game as he begins his march to the next milestone. Altuve also drew a walk and had an RBI grounder in the 9th as he tried in vain to stage a last-ditch comeback. 3 down. First out, Brandon Walter. Despite his best efforts, unfortunately, as a predominantly fly ball pitcher, Walter struggled as suspected in the conditions at Coors Field. He battled admirably through 5 innings, once again not walking any batters, but gave up 5 runs on 8 hits, as after striking out 3 hitters in the first, he struggled to miss Rockies' bats when needed thereafter. He should be fine again once out of Denver. Second out, Jordan Weems. He did really well in the 6th, pitching a 1-2-3 inning, but in being kept in for a second inning in the 7th, totally not his fault of course, he proceeded to give up 4 straight hits, giving back the lead after we had tied it in the top half of the inning, with 2 runs that would ultimately cost us the game. Third out, Joe Espada's pitching gamble. It was understandable that Espada was intent on saving our much used of late elite bullpen arms of Brian Abreu and Josh Hader for the upcoming series in LA versus the Dodgers. However, in also not only saving Brian King and Bennett Sousa's arms and holding Caleb Ork back for the 8th, it was a gamble too far to leave the inexperienced Weems in for a second inning of work in the 7th, and we paid the price for it. You're never guaranteed a win, but it's not unreasonable to believe we could have won this game late with a scoreless 7th. There will always be 2 schools of thought on which game you're prioritising, but I would always look to win the game you're in. A couple of extra points to finish on, nothing to be sniffed at. Frustrating not to achieve the sweep we wanted, but 2 out of 3 is never a bad outcome. We take the series win and move on. And playing up, playing down. We showed some of our very best in sweeping the Phillies and beating the Cubs, but we laboured somewhat in this series against the Rockies. Let's see if this plays out again as we face an MLB best Los Angeles Dodgers on the road next. With the loss, we dropped to 52-35, but remain 7 games ahead atop the AL West. That's it for today's Extra Innings, the next day recap. Let me know your takes on the loss and the series win in the comments. Make sure you're following at AstrosFansUK on all platforms, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next edition of Extra Innings. Go Stros!